1983 Honda GL650 Silverwing Interstate model, so it's the American import. Had a frame, down to the bare frame restoration. Frame was stripped back and repainted. Bodywork was all repainted in Rover Tahiti metallic blue. 650 V-twin engine. All standard apart from that it now runs an electric water pump. So you no longer have the problem with the troublesome mechanical water seal that separates the oil and water. It's had brand new front tyres, rear tyres matched pair, both front brake calipers are rebuilt with new seals. Master cylinder was completely rebuilt, all new seals plus new reservoir, so it's not porous. It's had brand new fork stanchions, new fork seals, new fork oil. It has had new clutch friction plates, new clutch cable, new tachograph cable, fresh oil and filter in the engine, new spark plugs, new air filter, final drive with it being a shaft drive. Final drive oil is all brand new. Both exhaust downpipes are new. The collector box was fine, nothing wrong with that. Both rear silencers have been changed for aftermarket reverse megaphones. They're slightly more open, so they've got a bit of a deeper sound to them. The carbs could probably do with being rejetted to suit. It might run a little bit lean. Paint's generally good, but there are a few faults with it. There's a bit of a sink mark, as you can see on the top of this pannier, and there is a scuff on the bottom of that pannier there. There are a couple of runs in the clear lacquer on the paint, a couple of dust marks in the paint as well, but generally with a good wash and polish it comes up nice. As you can see, there's the new rear tyre. They're both covered probably about 200 miles in total. New seat covers, albeit that the rear seat cover isn't brilliant, but it is a new one. Both panniers are removable. Top box can be moved forward to replace the rear seat, as that was the rear seat pillion seat was an option from Honda. You move the rear top box, can be brought forward to replace that, so you get the backrest as the rider if you're going to ride it solo and do any touring. Brand new screen, plus brand new mirrors. Generally very, very tidy, very clean, runs well. It looks a little bit dirty at the moment because I'm currently using it to commute on. You can see it's had a 52mm dial at some point, but that was not on it when I bought the bike. I do have the optional radio cassette player and speakers that fits here. That's what these three holes are for. It's not fitted at the moment, but that will come with the bike. The water pump is on a manual switch, so you can switch it on, runs at a constant pressure, keeps it nice and cool. If you find that the bike's too cool, you can warm it up by switching the pump off if you need to. It's got the air assisted front forks, plus the rear shock is the monoshock with the air assist, the access to which is behind the right hand side panel. It's also had a brand new battery on it in the past couple of months, so lots of new parts on the bike. It is currently warm at the moment as I've just got home, but starts well from cold by pulling the choke out. It's got the throttle lock for manual cruise control. Normally when it's cold, pull the choke out, turn it over, sometimes lock the throttle on a little bit just to hold the idle up, like I say, but the carbs could probably do with a bit of a setup, but I'll show you what it sounds like. As you can see, starts well from cold, from warm, not a problem. So you can hear, hopefully it sounds a little throatier, a little bit more raucous. Has a nice little cackle on the overrun as you're coming down the box, which is a 5-speed gearbox, but generally very good. Had all new gaskets through the engine, new head gaskets, so they've all been done. What I will do is I will just knock it through the gears, so you can see. So down into first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and then fourth, third, second, first, and back into neutral. So as you can see, all the lights are all down, main beam works, indicators all work fine. With it being the US import model as well, you'll notice the headlights are on permanently on a low beam, on dip beam, until you mark them into a high beam, and you'll see that the indicators act as marker lights at the front as well. But when you indicate, as you can see, the relevant one flashes. So they are on a twin filament bulb, so that you have the brighter bulb for the indicator. You can hear the water pump running when I turn that on. That all runs nice and fine. Like I say, it solves the problem of the issue with the mechanical water seal failing, which when I first put this on the road I did put new ones in, but they failed not that long afterwards, so that prompted me to come up with this as a solution for sorting out the cooling. And like I say, it runs nice and cool at a steady 50 to 70 miles an hour. It keeps nice and cool, not a problem. Like I say, it's a lovely bike, only selling as I've upgraded to a newer Triumph. So this one is now surplus to requirements, and hence it being for sale. So that's it.